What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Dennis here, aka Unc. Just want to let y'all know, hey, thank y'all for coming and experiencing the Regal Eagle with me. Today, we're gonna be talking about a preseason. We're gonna be talking about, you know, who should be our QB number two, because we already know that it's gonna be an issue depending on who's gonna be there. And I'm gonna give you my my outlook here in a minute. I also kind of want to talk about, like what's going on with like the team as a whole, defensive, offensive schemes, things like that. Okay, so we're gonna get in here. We're gonna try to take on some questions if someone comes up with questions, and we're just gonna try to have a good time today. Like I said, preseason's over. Okay, let's just know it's over. Preseason's over. All right, all the all the tests, all the let's see if this play works. Let's see if that play works. Let's see if this defensive scheme works. All that is out the window. You should have evaluated your team and your personnel by now. All right. That's it. Preseason's over. At this point in time, it's show and prove. Again, Tuesday we got to get rid of some people. Hey, shout out to those who came out to practice for for the 3 games. But guess what? Hey, we can't keep everybody. Can't keep everybody, fam. That's just what it is. All right. So what we're gonna do. I don't want to say we're gonna hop on into it because I know my homeboys probably be like, "Oh, pause," but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into these questions, man, and we're gonna try to see what we got. So the first topic of today is, what's your take on the Philadelphia Eagles training camp, and what do you think we should improve on? So my take on training camp is this: I feel like just like any other team, because that's what any other team's gonna say. We had a great mini camp. We had a great training camp. All that was cool. But here's the thing: the mistakes that we made during preseason, and we gonna get into those too. But the mistakes that we made in preseason cannot, they cannot, and I'm gonna say it again, they cannot happen. Poor tackling, it can't happen. I don't understand how in 2 games, the last 2 games, the second preseason game and the first preseason game, we have the quarterback dead to rights. Dead to rights. No reason on earth why we shouldn't have got that sack. And what happened? Missed it. Whiffed on it. Come on now. That's on the decor, straight up. You have to do a better job ensuring that these young men know how to tackle. I mean, come on now. This stuff is brought to you and presented to you at Pop Warner. Wrap up. Wrap up. Pause. But come on now. You mean to tell me you got this man, got both hands on this man, and you can't take him down for a sack? Come on, bro. Come on, man. I'm not feeling it. Ain't no way. That's one. Okay. Two, receivers. This look between Marcus Mariota, and we're gonna definitely gonna get to him in a minute. But between Mariota and Tanner McKee, Tanner was placing the ball in your hands, and y'all dropping the ball. Y'all want to be elite. Y'all want to be part of football history. You got to catch these balls, man. You gotta catch these balls that are thrown to you. Pause. But come on now. Tanner McKee, I know for a fact I seen him on the on the Colts game. This man literally threw a dime to this dude and he dropped it right in his hands. You can't be a Devontae Smith. You can't be an AJ Brown. You drop a pass like that. It's impossible. You cannot do it. Can't happen. Won't happen. Can't do it. It's simple as that. Can't do it. Point blank period. So for the defense out there, even though granted, yes, you're second and third string, but guess what? You're trying to make a name for yourself. You're trying to make a name for yourself in the National Football League. You cannot whiff on these blocks. You can't whiff on these tackles. You can't whiff on these perfectly thrown balls thrown to you. You can't whiff on that. Come on now. I mean, please, if someone's in here, let me know something. Because guess what? There is no way um the D tackle in the third quarter, had his man's dead to rights, had him almost on the ground, let him slip away, and he got the first, and he went out and got the first down. You talking about someone was screaming in his house. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. But again, some people gonna be on the team, and some people gonna be off the team. So guess what? That's just what it is. Simple as that. Now, as far as the training camp goes, like I said, I feel like we had a good training camp. I feel like you know the all the ones that are all the starters, they had a very good training camp. They know their pros, they know their cons. They also know what they need to improve on. But again, with the second and third string guys, look, you guys, it ain't like you're getting unlimited amount of snaps. It ain't like you're getting an unlimited amount of playing time. So when you do get that playing time, you got to make it count. So you can't afford to be dropping wide open touchdowns, mm, wide open touchdowns, and talking about, oh shit, fuck, that's my bad. Who else's bad is it? Who else? It ain't no one else's bad but yours. I don't get it. You have a wide open walk-in touchdown and you drop the ball. Please, help me help me understand how that's okay. I don't get it. But again, um, I feel like when it comes to Jalen Carter, I think he's definitely a standout, if not one of the most standout uh defensive players on the team right now. But for those who know me, I'm big on Nolan Smith. I feel like Nolan Smith is going to have a way more exciting year as far as sacks and tackles than Jalen Carter will be. But I also feel like Jalen Carter is going to dominate the line to the point to where it's going to be catastrophic for teams to get around them. It's gonna be virtually almost. I'm not gonna say almost impossible, but it's gonna be a bad day for them if they run to his side, and that's just how I see it. Again, I could be totally wrong, but the powers that be and the football gods have placed him on our team for a reason, and I feel like he's gonna show and prove. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. Um, so yeah, that's what that is. Believe it or not, I believe later on in the show, I think I might get the Midway Monster, which my homeboy Jeff, he might be on. I might have a couple other people on too. Just for those who know, Midway Monster, he's a Bears fan, so you gotta forgive him. And other guys and gals that could possibly be on the show is Rod Cali, Gina V, um, Y Soul, Dan the Man, uh, who else? Shit, Jordan Waggins, good guy. You know what I'm saying? So if they're on the show, just understand they're all, well, with the exception of Dan. Dan's a Rams fan, but the rest of them, they're all Niners fans. And for some reason, all of a sudden, I got a hurt arm, but whatever. I'm gonna let that slide. And if that was one of y'all who gave me that light just now, don't take it back. But all right, so um, moving on, topic number two, we're gonna talk about what are some pros and cons when it pertains to our second string defense. Okay, second string defense pros and cons. Basically, the pros are this. The pros are we know who we need to put in certain situations. Situation awareness is key when it comes to defense. So if you know right now, looking at training camp and looking at these last three games, that we could potentially have a weak spot in a certain area in training camp, you already know who you can plug into that position to make sure that we're successful on the defensive side of the ball. So the again, the pros are that we know, well, that was we know who we can use in certain situations, just like any other team. But it's the depth portion that we're strong on. Like we have way more depth than most teams out there, and all of our heavy hitters on defense are well rested. Like you have other teams out here right now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're starting a lot of their ones already. None of our ones have played, and everyone says, "Oh well, y'all's ones haven't played because that's not a smart move. You got to get them into the flow of things." And look, a lot of our ones have already played together in college. They're all on the same damn team. They know their mannerisms. They know how they're gonna come out the break. They know how they're gonna stunt. They know all that stuff, all that shit already. So as far as having chemistry and all that other stuff, like I heard another guy on a podcast talk about chemistry. Like our second string defense, or I'm sorry, our defense has mad chemistry, but our second string defense will just immediately it plays into the first string defense. So if we can get just single out those onesies and twosies that actually work for our first string defense, depending on who has to come out in rotations, I feel like we'll be very, very successful in that area. Um, Now, when it pertains to our cons are like, and I have to go back to it, but tackling. There's plenty tackling and filling the gaps. Like, I don't know how many times I've seen on our second string defense, like they're leaving the gaps wide open and the quarterback's running, 6, 7 yards at a time. Like that can't happen. That cannot happen on the defensive side of the ball. That two times, that's a first down. Come on, man. We have to be better at that. We cannot allow for our second string defense to fall victim to runs like that. Because now, granted, our second string defense, we're playing it should be playing against their second string defense. At times, we're playing against their first string defense. But at the same time, that's the first string quarter. That's the starting quarterback. If he's doing it to you in preseason, he's definitely gonna do it to you in the game. When they have better run blockers, better pass blockers, it's gonna be even worse. So I feel like we need to really focus in on run defense and filling the gaps on our second string because that's gonna turn around and bite us, in the long run later on down in the season. And that's just how I feel. But if anyone's got anything to say, any comments or concerns, please feel free to hit the comments and hit that like and subscribe button because guess what? That's the only way we get some recognition around here. And reactions too. I'd like to see some reactions. And just a quick plug, just if you are a Eagles fan, and if you know any other Eagles fans around the world are watching this, because we got all 2,000 people in here, what we're gonna do is, if you are not able to watch the Eagles game for whatever reason, on Facebook, my buddy Lavelle Lee has a stream called the Green Stream. It's on Philly Freaks and Eagles Nation on Facebook. He streams every single Eagles game, every single one. You can go back to to my previous show, and all his information is on there. By all means, uh, create a profile on Facebook if you don't have one. Go ahead and go to Philly Freaks, Eagles Nation. Uh, Go ahead and put yourself in the on the stream and watch any Eagles game that's played throughout the season. Now the commentary is good too because he also has commentary with us the watchers, and he gets some. A lot of times he gets his family involved too, which is pretty cool. So like I said, if you're not able to watch a game, then by all means go in and go to the green stream and stream the game. All right. So back to the topics at hand. What we're gonna do is we are going to talk about skill positions, who stood out, positive note, negative note, and who needs more work. Because I'm quite sure we all know who's been good and who's been bad. And everybody has their opinions on that, on who's been good and who's been bad. All right. So as far as the skills position goes, here's my thing. Who stood out to me? I'm gonna tell you who stood out to me. I took down some notes. So Freddie Swan, we signed him. Last game, this man caught almost every pass was thrown to him. The man was balling, straight up balling. Point blank period. I don't care what no one say. Go back and watch the game. The man was balling. Good thing we signed him. The man was 6 for 8, 33 yards, no touchdowns. The average 5.8 a catch. Uh, he came off some injuries coming from Seattle. I want to say it was like a groin injury or a hamstring injury, something like that. But he's better now. We signed him. He could be a decent, four, maybe no 4 or 5 receiver out there. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But again, he's 6 for 8 with Tanner McKee throwing him with 33 yards, but Jalen isn't throwing to him. Jalen ain't throwing to him. Way more accurate. Games way more faster. So, shout out to Freddie Swan. Uh and another one that stood out to me too was Hazelwood. Hazelwood, 3 receptions, had 44 yards, no touchdowns, averaged 14.7 a catch. 14.7 a catch. Hey, we need that. 14 points, bro. That's a first down every catch. What? Come on, let's go, Hazelwood. Hey, I, I'm not gonna say I hope they don't cut you because I don't want them to, but if we do keep you, I definitely think we could definitely utilize you in some way, shape, and with some shape, form, or fashion. However, I also think that if we let you go, you're gonna do leaps and bounds with another team as possibly a number 3 or 4 because obviously they already have their ones and twos. But as a 3 or 4, you'll definitely come in on second string, and you're gonna do worse than fam. So if we don't keep you, I wish you well, but you definitely stood out to me. And when it comes to preseason and us and mini camps. Um, another player that stood out to me was hold up, who's this? What's up, Wise? What's going on, man? A couple other honorable mentions that stood out to me was was it Nagata? Nagata had 6 receptions for 75 yards, no touchdowns, but he did average 12.5 a game. So if he averaged 12.5, hey, and he was balling too. Now there was one catch where I want to say he fumbled the ball. Like, come on, bro, you can't do that. Not in preseason. Everyone's looking at you. We need you to make plays. You know what I'm saying? We, hey, big time players make big time plays. So when it's all said and done, that fumble that you had, bro, not a good look. Not a good look at all. Um, and that's what it is with that. But again, even on the defensive side of the ball, I obviously, as we know, Jalen Carter stood out. That's a no brainer. Um, defensive side, who else stood out? We had a nice little DB that stood out. Can't remember his name, but he stood out pretty good to me. Uh, I feel like a lot of guys on our team, they did the right thing and everything they could do to earn a spot on the team. But now it's up to the coaching staffs, the defensive coordinators, and give them all grades and rate them all as to how they're going to play them, if they're going to keep them, so on and so forth. So, with that being said, I hope they make the right decision, which I know they will. But with that being said, I just hope that uh we keep the people that need to be on our team on it. And if the ones that have to get let go, I wish them well. But that it's a business. When it's all said and done, it's a business. Um, so so we're gonna move on and say, what player would you be shocked to see cut from the team? And Howie we trust? You damn right in Howie we trust. You damn right, because Howie, if anyone's gonna do it, if anyone is gonna get people on our team, it's gonna be Howie. I don't know how this man finds his money. I don't know how he moves these people around and restructures these contracts to ensure that we get the people in place. But I will tell you this, and who is it? I want to say Jordan said it in on Sports Lab and Chill. And before I get going, a shout out to Sports Lab and Chill and all the other shout out to Gene V, shout out to all the other co-hosts out there. That's another podcast that I'm on. So if you don't catch me here, catch me over there. And by all means, comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell to get notifications because Sports Lab and Chill, we be on some shit over there. So but yeah, like I said, we be on some shit. So if trust me, it'd be lit over there. It's lit here too, but right now I don't have nobody as far as with me on the podcast. But it's okay because guess what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna make it do what it do. So, um, back to what I was saying. Okay, so what player would I be shocked to see cut from the team, and what player would I be surprised to stay on the team? So, surprised to be cut. Ah, let me see. If all of a sudden we looked up on Tuesday and they said so and so was cut from the team, I would be surprised if if Freddie Swan was, well, he's not cut. He can't be cut. We just signed him. But I would be surprised if Nagata got cut. I would be surprised. I'll be shocked. Like I said, he had a very good preseason. And also I'm not gonna say I'd be shocked, but I would be like wow, okay. I mean, we had to let him go though. But was it Sermon the running back? he's not too bad. He's not too bad as a number 3 or 4. But again, we can't hold that many people down like that. Like we already got, three good running backs to keep this dude on the team. Like I feel like one, I'm not gonna say one of them would have to go, but like four running backs on the team, like come on, bro, like we're doing a whole lot right now. So, and then on top of that, if Howie does what every person in the Eagles Nation would love for him to do, would be to uh pick up uh Taylor, that would be cool. However, we have to look at what we would have to give up to get this dude. Now, me personally, I would give up a second round, a fifth round, and a player. Now, would it be a running back? Obviously, it would most likely have to be a running back, only because we're receiving a running back. So now, out of the running backs that we have, who are we willing to give up? Okay, we already know we're not giving up Swift. That's not happening. So now, who are we going to give? Are we going to give up Gainwell? Or are we going to give up Penny? We just signed Penny. So are we going to give up Gainwell? We're going to give up Penny. At this point in time, Gainwell will be the smarter option. And I'm going to tell you why. Because he's younger and he's cheaper. So we can get rid of a cheaper player, a younger player, give him to another team that he could potentially, do well in, but we save money, pick Taylor up. But now we have Swift, Taylor, and Penny. Now with Penny, he's injury prone, but he's a power back. That's the way that's how I would use him. I would use him as a third down back, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. Cool. I mean, I'm putting him in. That's it. He's not getting no other time other than 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. He's getting his first downs. Point blank period. The bell cows are the other two. That's the way I see it. So, with that being said, it's like, all right, like, do we? But when it's all said and done in the long run, like, will that kill the team? You know what I'm saying? Will it kill it? I don't know. That's something I would have to think about and have to, reinvent the wheel and all that stuff. But that's the way I see it. That's just me. But what would I go for him? I honestly, would I go for him? I would love to have him, but I feel like we're good with what we got right now. I feel like Gainwell, he already has chemistry with Jalen. He already has chemistry with the O line. Like I just feel like I wouldn't want to mess that up. He's cheap. He's young. We can get him for at least 3 or 4 more years, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 4, but at least 3. And again, the chemistry is there, so I just don't see why we would why that would happen. But again, I would love to have Taylor. I would love to. Like my homeboy Jordan said, we got Taylor. The Niners might as well pack they shit. But hey, who knows? Who knows? I don't me personally. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think there's way too much logistics that's going on with that, and way too much money involved in draft picks and all stuff involved for Howard to even really kind of, I'm not gonna say take it seriously, but I'm quite sure Howie, whenever he talked to him, he probably gave him some halfway decent offer in hopes that he might take it to come to a Super Bowl contending team, you know. But is he probably gonna bite? Probably not. Is he gonna accept the offers? Probably not. So the chances of him getting it is slim to none. The NFC East breaking news. I know. Yes, it would. It will be breaking news. I'm telling you right now. If we got him, every single NFC team will be in shambles because they would know what to do with us. That's good call, wise. Good call. But again, but so surprised to stay on the team. Now, who would I be surprised that stays on the team? Huh. Which segues into the next topic. Although he's going to be on the team. So before I even get going, he's going to be on the team. And is he going to be our number 2? I hate to say it, but he probably is going to be our number 2. But Marcus Mariota, brother, let me let me count the ways with you real quick there, brother. Look here, Marcus. You got 165 yards, no TDs with one interception. You have a 56.7 completion rating, and your longest pass was 21 yards. You have a rating of 58 with 17, no, 30 attempts with 17 catches. You got sacked 4 times. You have the same amount of playing time as Tanner McKee. Almost. Tanner McKee has 453 passing yards, one touchdown. You have none. Zero interceptions. You have one. He's at a 54.2. You're at a 56.7 as far as completion rating. So he's not that far off you. And again, y'all been playing damn near the same amount of time. His longest pass was 35 yards. Yours was 20. You were a starting quarterback. This is his first year in. He has a 76.1 pass rating. Brother, you have a 58% pass rating. This man is 39 for 72 with 6 sacks. Now, his sacks are concerning. And the reason why his sacks are concerning is because there are plenty of times that he should just let the ball go, get rid of it. And one other thing I don't like about Tanner McKee is his footwork. If you see him drop back in the pocket, he's not shuffling his feet like he's supposed to. He's not keeping his feet moving. That's a lot of reasons why he's getting sacked. That's what I see. So like when certain people sit back and they watch the game, like they're watching the game as a fan. In situations like especially preseason, the coaches, they're not looking at that. They're looking at your footwork. They're looking at your mechanics. They're looking to see, are you swim moving correctly? Are you spinning correctly? On the quarterback, they want to see, is your footwork correct? How is your arm strength? Is your throwing mechanics correct? That's what they're looking at. A lot of times they could care less about winning the game. Winning the game, what is like it's like the cherries on top. But they're looking at all your tangibles, every single one of them, and intangibles. With that being said, so they're looking out. So some of the things that I've seen from Tanner that I feel like he needs to work on is definitely his feet and his ball. I'm not gonna say ball placement, but definitely moving around in the pocket. He'll step up here and there, but I also feel like a lot of the times that when he goes in. I'm not gonna say skittish, but he goes in with with a little small certain level of being a little antsy, trying to I want to help him and I want to do well. I want to do well. I want to do well. So with that being said, I just feel like Tanner McKee, um, he's definitely outballing Marcus Mariota right now. And do I think he should be our number two? Absolutely. Tanner McKee should definitely be our number two. Marcus Mariota, looking at the quarterback on Netflix and looking at what's going on now with you and sailing balls and all this other stuff. I just feel like, bruh, maybe after this season or maybe next season, maybe you might want to think about hanging this shit up because I don't think this shit's for you no more, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold you up. I feel like I feel like this was your resting place, and this is you're trying to revitalize or spring get your career back boosted again. But bruh, selling balls, getting sacked, throwing balls out of bounds, throwing interceptions, lower passer ratings, no yards, getting sacked. Man, come on, bruh. It's mental. It's a mental thing with you now. And once it gets mental, and like even in the quarterback, you say you talk to a therapist. Like, what do y'all talk about? I mean, I know it's none of my business. Habit violations, I get it. But I mean, come on, bro. You got to do better than this. You got to do better than this. As a number two backup quarterback in the NFL, you have to play and do way better than what you're doing right now. When you have a rookie coming in and is outshining you by leaps and bounds. So yeah, bro, like you need to get this. You need to get your shit together. And then we have Ian Book. Okay, Ian Book's got 91 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Completion rating a 63.2, which is higher than both Tanner and Marcus. Higher than both of them. His longest pass was 14 yards. Has a pass rating of 74.7. However, he only threw 19 passes. So 74.7, he was 12 for 19. Not too bad. But you figure 12 for 19, you do the math, he'll be somewhere close to Tanner, but not 100%. So and got sacked 3 times. So just looking at the stats and numbers alone, Trey Lance traded to Dallas. If Trey Lance gets traded, Dallas are worried. No, I'm gonna no, I'm gonna tell you why we're not worried. You know why? Because they're the Dallas Cowboys, and we all know what they do. They are gonna cowboy up. Trust me. Hey, in the words of Stephen A, they ain't gonna let you down. They are gonna do exactly what we expect them to do. He did get traded. It's official. Oh, okay, he went to the Cowboys. Great. We still ain't worried. That right there should let you know that if he did get traded, and I can't tell right now, but if he did get traded, trust me, Dak's days are numbered. His days are numbered. They can say what they want to say because now, why would you bring in Trey Lance, a potential to any Niners fan? Matter of fact, Wise, if you can get on, I need you to get on. But why would you trade a potential, a first round draft pick to come to your organization? And I'm not gonna say he's gonna compete, but he's definitely gonna put a little bit of pressure on Dak's heels, if you know what I'm saying. So why would you do that? Why would you bring him in if you are 100% good to go with your quarterback, the Dakota Rain Prescott? If you are 100% a go with him, why would you bring in Trey Lance? Okay, cool, bet. Yeah, like I said, why would you do that? Because everyone knows the second Dak starts throwing them damn interceptions, because it's gonna happen. It is a matter of time. Just wait. It is a matter of time. He's going to start throwing them again. People can say what he wants. It's mentally there because he was doing it in training camp. He was doing it in training camp. So guess what? If he's doing it in training camp, he's definitely gonna do it against other teams way more high powered than second string and third string people that he's throwing against. Point blank period. So he's definitely gonna be on the hot seat this year. In Dallas, I feel like they are preparing for the worst. And I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see what uh what Jerry Jones and the rest of these boys say about Trey Lance going to Dallas if he went there. If this is indeed truly. Because like I said, the wise soul said it's official. So if the wise soul said it's official, then it's official. And you know what? I think it is official because I just seen Gina post something about it on Twitter. But man, mm-mm-mm. Boy. I know one thing. If Trey Lance did go over there, they better get rid of Marcus Mariota as fast as they can. The Eagles anyway. But man, wee. Trey Lance to the Cowboys. Okay. Okay. So, and it goes back to QB or not QB. That is the question. Who would you choose as second string QB for the Eagles and why? And I just told y'all, I'm picking Tanner McKee. Why? Way more accurate, no interceptions, pass rating is almost the same, can throws farther and longer. Pass rating's way better. Point blank period. I'm going with Tanner. I'm going with Tanner. Mentally, I'm going with Tanner. Mentally, I'm going with Tanner. Tanner McKee is in a way better mental state than Marcus Mariota right now. And if anyone wants to challenge me on that, by all means, say your comment, get on and say whatever it is you gotta say. But I guarantee you, Tanner McKee is definitely better than Marcus Mariota at this time. At this time, yes, he is, without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, so again, if you're on here, hit that like button, comment, turn those notifications on, man, so and woman, so that we know, or so that when I'm going on, and the topics. I try to put the topics out and say what we're talking about for every show. But if you're not getting that, let me know. Like I said, hit those the like button and notifications to get this stuff turned on, so we can get it popping up in here. But with that being said, it's like, okay, so look, we got back to our receivers. All right, we got Freddie Swan. Freddie Swan, 6 for 7, 6 for 8, 33 yards, zero TDs, 5.5. Nagata, Hazelwood. After Nagata, like I said, 6 receptions, 75 yards, zero TDs, 0.5 average on the yards. Then we have Hazelwood, 3 receptions, 44 yards, 0 touchdowns, 14.7 average per yard. On the Ravens, 19-20, lost. Browns, 8-18, we tied on the last second field goal, which is cool. I'm mad with that. Colts, 27-13, they beat us. Okay, cool. However, 27-13, this is what people don't see when it comes to games like this. What they don't see is this. They had their starter play almost the whole game, and that man only put up 27 points on our second string and third string. Granted, he was playing with his second string and third string as well. However, as a QB, you should have had better stats than what you had playing against a second and third string defense. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Or as my man Gotti would say, he didn't play no gooder than a man in the moon. So, again, he can sit back and wave his hands and do the whole fly eagles fly. That's cool. But brother, look here, you was playing against a second and third string defense. Ain't nobody trying to hear what you got going on, bro. Please, please. And again, we played no starters. Well, I think we only played the starters the first game, played the first series, and that was it. After that, you're coaching, you're giving your other, you're big up in your teammates and all that shit. So, what in a real game, bro, that would have never happened. Never, not with them. Not with them, it wouldn't happen. Now, again, I predicted us going 12-5. We're gonna lose 4 to 5 games somewhere along the line, mainly because of our schedule. Everyone knows we have the toughest schedule in the NFL right now, and the second half of the season before we go into the bye, it's a gauntlet. So you gotta be mentally tough, physically tough, and through the second half of the season. And if any, the fine tuning is at the beginning of the game. I'm sorry, at the beginning of the season. All the fine tuning that you need to be doing needs to be the game before the bye, because after that, after the game before the bye is where it's going to kick in. That's where the metal the metal's going to hit the ground, or the metal to the metal, whatever however they say it. The rubber meets the road. That's what it's going to be. So that second half of the season for us is going to be very detrimental for us, and it's going to, like Shannon Sharp said, we're going to be cured by then. That cured meat. Pause. You know you're going to be cured by that time. So my thing is this: if you're gonna, it's gonna be show and prove the second half of the season. We're gonna see exactly what we're made of the second half of the season, and everyone knows it. I'm gonna do my best to try to get out there and go to the game too, but we'll see about that as well. Um, I need to see some reactions on that. I definitely need to see some reactions. I don't care if they're heart emojis, plus thumbs up emojis, something. I need to see some reactions on that, because I don't care. That second half of that season is gonna be detrimental for us, like extremely detrimental. But we're up for it. We're up for it. I don't. I feel like our hiccups that may come on the third and fourth game of the season, and after that, we'll fix those, and that'll be it. I know. I got a friend of mine named Sam. And yes, Sam, I'm about to play it. I'm about to play this video clip because my boy Sam at work, this is what he had to say when it comes to the second game of the season, which is the first home game for the Philadelphia Eagles at home. Now, mind you, he's a Vikings fan. Foles. 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 But this is what he had to say about the Eagles and Vikings first home game.
Oh, the Vikings beat the Eagles all day long. Oh, the Vikings beat the Eagles all day long.
Don't say that.
Oh, the Vikings beat the Eagles all day long.
Nigga, please. What?
Oh, the Vikings beat the Eagles all day long.
Shut the fuck.
Oh, the Vikings beat the Eagles all day long.
I need to stop smoking this shit here.
Oh, the Vikings beat the Eagles all day long.
Boy,
If he don't get the hell out of here, ain't no the Vikings are not beating Eagles. First of all, they got Kirk Cousins. They got third Cousins. They got third. What did he do against us last year? Absolutely nothing. Now, I will say this: he did he gave me a newfound respect for that man. Uh, during the quarterback, I did. I have newfound respect for him. But Kirk Cousins ain't beating us. Period. Point blank. It ain't happening. What's up? What's up, Rod? What's going on, man? Tell everybody about you. Hey, it's my homeboy Rod. Everybody, Rod Kelly up in the building. We see you out here. Oh, and he's gone just that fast. And he's gone just that fast. I don't know why he left. I don't know. But hopefully he comes back. Oh no, he probably had a he may have forgot they don't have his background or something. I don't know. But yeah, Sam, come on, bro. First cousins. Wait, here he comes. Hurry.
I don't know what happened, bro. My bad. I don't know what happened. I pressed the
No, you
wrong
good.
button.
No, you
What up,
good.
pimp?
No, ain't nothing, man. Nothing, not much. Everybody, Rod Kelly in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's Rod Kelly on all platforms: Twitter, uh, YouTube, Facebook. One of my dope photographer friends. You know what I'm saying? And we got another one coming to the building. We got my man, the Y Soul. Why again? 49ers fans, fellas, people. So forgive him.
What
You
up,
know what I'm
Rod? What up, Dennis?
saying? What's good?
You
What's
know, I'm
goody?
out here sweating in these streets right now, like a
That's what's
slave.
up.
So what's going on with this Trey Lance talk, boy?
Hey, good for the brother, man. I'm glad he out of here. Hey, man. He went from one racist to the next racist. So it's all good, Shout out to that man. Much love to the kid. I can't hate on him. It's a fresh start. If Dak fuck up this year, he get to step in.
and
I feel
that's
like
what I
that's a
said.
good spot.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said it early in the show. I said, if Dak goes down, but this is nothing more than the Dallas Cowboys preparing for Dak to fail. That's what I see.
Yeah.
Because why would you
Yeah.
bring a potential starting quarterback in to be on the heels of your starting quarterback? Is
Right.
it because you're nervous? Is it because you feel as though he's going to win an astronomical amount of dough after what not this season but next season? So the Trey's nothing more than a security blanket for them. God forbid something happens to him, he starts throwing picks like he's probably going to eventually start doing. Now I don't think he's going to reach the magnitude of picks that he had before last season. I'm not going to say that, but he's definitely going to get into some pick problems here in the near future, which is
Right.
called the 2023 football season. So I can tell you, bringing Trey into the Cowboys, it's the Cowboys are stirring the pot, and I cannot wait to see what Shannon Sharp and especially my main man Stephen A. Smith got to say about it. What say you there, Wise?
Man, fuck Dallas,
Uh,
man. Like I can't. Like
you can't be
we
happy
just
for the brother?
I
I'm
know.
like I said in the group chat, I was like, I wish Trey nothing but the best. I can't follow you there, man. Like I got a man got to stand on his code. I can't do that, man. Like I got to stand on my code, man. Like there was two teams in the NFL he could go to and I wouldn't fuck with him at. Dallas and Vegas. And he went to one of them. And Dallas was like the main one. Vegas, I probably could have stomached it. Dallas, fuck nah. You know how I feel about Dallas, Rod. Fuck Dallas. Like, with a passion. Like I said, they could have had Malcolm. My mama could be on the Cowboys and I'd be like, fuck Dallas. I don't even mean to curse on him. My bad, Dennis. I'm thinking we on SLC right now.
No. You good?
Yeah, my
Hey,
bad.
this is my
Forget
this is my
Dallas.
show.
But yeah, I wish Trey the best of luck, man. Like, hey, if he becomes a problem, he becomes a problem for us for a while. And
Hey,
they gonna
man,
have
this is
to
what
they
we
gonna have to
asked
live with
for.
that.
This is what we asked for.
You right.
Hey,
Right,
man,
but
be
yeah.
careful what you ask for, bro. Because if he come back, let him come back week 5.
Yeah. He won't be ready for that then, but just
Hey, man, I
man,
don't count nobody out of this game.
that's fair.
I don't
Man.
count
That's
Wait, hold on.
nobody out of
Wait.
this game.
Hold on. So what? The Cowboys and the Niners play week 5?
yeah.
I feel like if the Cowboys are under 500 on week 5, they're gonna put them in towards like the second part of the game. I bet you, and that is going to be boy. What you talking about? Are they playing prime time? Like when are they playing?
Yeah, it's Sunday night football too. Yeah, man.
At our house.
Yep. And we at home, man. Like
So it's Bloods against Crips now.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
he just
That's
switched
what it
sides for
is.
Yes.
real.
Yes.
He just really
Oh,
switched
my
sides
God.
right now in a big way. So,
Wow.
hey, man.
I'm happy he's gonna get an opportunity because I still don't think
Absolutely.
Dak's long term out there. So
Nope.
hey, Dallas taking a risk, man. They like, hey, let's take a look at him, see what we can do. If he turns into
Matt-
something, great for him. If he doesn't, they gave up a
Scout
fourth.
team.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Which
scout team
I'm
right there.
actually
So he gets
surprised. We
his
got a fourth?
reps.
Yeah.
That's what I was surprised about too. I was like, we got a fourth out of the deal.
Fourth?
I was like, I'm good with that.
I'll take it, yeah, because I definitely didn't expect that. So
Okay, so my thing. Okay, so now my thing is this: Brock goes down. Let's just say Brock goes down. Sam Darnold.
Oh well.
Is it over for y'all that season or what?
Oh well. Hey, you better win the Super Bowl. I ain't giving no. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. Nope.
Yeah, you put all your eggs in one basket.
Nope. My foot is on
put
your
all your eggs
neck.
in one basket.
I don't want to hear no excuses. No.
You better hope it works.
There's no excuse for me.
You better hope it works.
Absolutely none. Now, now Trey Lance is gone. Oh yeah. Clock start now. Go. Yes.
And Dallas though, man, they sent him to Dallas.
Yep. And if he goes there and ball.
Man,
I said I honestly, if he goes there and balls, man, look here, Shanahan, your days are numbered.
It's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna have some hands on.
His days are damn near numbered now. His days are damn near numbered now.
It's gonna be some issues, man. It's gonna be some issues. And like I said, I'm not gonna root for Trey to fail, but
I wanted his success, but I don't want it at our expense.
Exactly.
Right.
You feel me? I'm just being real about that. Like, hell no, you come in there week 5. Hey, I hope you still look like what they've been talking about you been playing like. I hope you're playing like that then. I don't want the new and the prove. No.
Okay,
I'm gonna say this very respectfully, Dennis. If he becomes the new Dak Prescott, I would be completely fine with that. Because he can have really good regular seasons, get paid, and then we just wipe him out in the play. That will be fine with me. Great job, Trey. Don't do anything better than that. Yeah.
Right. So now my another question for you all. And this is for the Niners fans out there. Trey comes in and plays. Trey comes in and plays with the Cowboys against y'all. From a quarterback standpoint, not a team standpoint, who do you want to do better?
What do you mean?
Who do you want to have a better pass rating, better completion percentage
against us?
I'm gonna root for my team. I can't.
Absolutely.
I can't do that.
I say that. I say that to say this. I say that because I know how critical you are of Brock Purdy, and how earlier on Sports Lab Show you were saying that Trey was better than Brock, and that they should definitely play Trey. So if Trey is playing, like, do you want him to do better just to prove the point? Like, we should have fucking kept him.
Not at our expense.
Okay.
No.
I think at one point we've all said this in some kind of way. We said we were fine either way. Yeah. Like this was never about Brock. This was all never about Trey Brock getting the opportunity.
Absolutely.
We said we felt like we should be fine either way. Yeah. And whatever way it went, that's what it was going to be. So
I accepted him being his second string, so I was straight with that. I was fine with Brock going in. Like, I wasn't mad at that decision. I even said that when the season was over. I was like, rightfully so. If he's ready, then he deserved.
You said you understood it. You said
I understood the game. Like, it is what it is. It sucks, Trey. You got injured, but you'll just be, QB2. And then if he goes down or whatever, if he's slumping, then Trey can step on in. But never did I see Sam Darnold. And never did I think that Adams, all these reporters and what they were saying from the jump actually was telling the truth. Like, I thought it was bullshit, but in all honesty, even now as I speak on it and I'm calm about the situation, the dinking and dunking is all Kyle has ever wanted from this. That's why we have the Yak Bros. So now that I've really settled into it, I really don't know how he would have truly gotten Trey to fit his system. Now that I have a clear conscience and a sympathetic mind behind it, like really think, it was work. I just didn't want to admit it. I just didn't want to see it that way. So it was like, okay, if the reports are saying this, and then the people that are going there are actually like, y'all, the only reason why Trey didn't flourish to the fullest was because Sam Darnold had 5 years ahead of him. You get what I'm saying? So that experience is what they really kicked in on. I understood it. I understand it now that I've calmed down. Like, it makes sense now versus my emotions in the situation. So that's why when I hear about it and I see how it went down, I'm like, the ethical part is what I'm not fucking with it. Yeah, I'm not fucking with that at all. You know, the ethical part was fucked up. Y'all fucked Trey over. You know, let's keep it a buck. So, but the game, the football game itself, I get it. He just wasn't prepared just yet. He just wasn't ready yet. He honestly needed the reps. He was just on the wrong team to get them. That's just honest.
So what? So what? Was you said a 4th rounder? And what else? That's it.
That's it. 4th.
That's it. Out of all that, all we get is a 4th rounder.
4th round pick. I mean, but I didn't expect much, man. If we moved him, like I didn't expect, because I thought he might get cut. Like I knew he wasn't going to be on the roster. I was like, he ain't going to be on the roster, but I thought he'd get cut. So the fact that they got anything for him,
I just didn't want to accept it, man.
Yeah.
Like, they have been saying this, honestly, if we think about it. I really, truly now am like, how truly bad was he last year? For them to say that he improved this year, but it wasn't like leaps and bounds.
Right.
Like, I never heard one person like, yo, Trey is out here dominating today. Like,
right.
Man, this whole week, it's been just Trey, dog. It ain't nothing they can say about this. It's been like, Trey had a good day here. Sam Darnold also had a good day, too.
Right.
Trey had a good day here. Sam Darnold didn't have a good day. Trey had a not so good day. Sam Darnold had a good day. Like, it wasn't nothing that was. This is where experience kicked in.
Yep. Man, but we've all acknowledged that, though. Yeah. We've acknowledged if Trey is trash, we'll say, hey, Trey, you was trash. But we just didn't want that. We just didn't want that. So
I just didn't want to accept a brother. I didn't want to accept that narrative of another brother being what another brother would be, you know, a bust, you know, or whatever. And he's still not a bust. So let me be clear about that.
Yeah.
If he gets that opportunity in Dallas, I hope he flourishes. I hope he takes it, does his thing. I just hope it's not at our expense. That's it. Outside of that,
that's what it is.
Do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
You're not in our division.
I tell you what. If he comes in and does his thing and takes over that Prescott's job, I'm still not gonna be worried about it. I'm not worried about the Cowboys, not one single bit. Not one.
But that's a good competition there, though. Let's say if he does succeed, Dak, and he's better than Dak.
Yeah,
him and Jalen Hurts 2 years in two times a year.
Yeah, that
and he's not scared of the cold. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So I'm just like, but again, my Dak, I ain't no one to worry about Dak. But my thing is, if he comes in and takes Dak's spot, even if it's one game, do you know the level of anarchy that will happen at that stadium in the Cowboy Nation? Them boys they'll spontaneously combust. Them boys their heads just blow up. I can't believe it.
And then they come in after us, because then they're gonna be like, we're fools for giving them up. Yep. Look at what we ended up turning them into.
Yep.
Gosh. Yeah. So like, this is the part that right here as Niner fans, we gotta accept this. I'm already ahead of the game on this now. Like, bro, Kyle Shanahan brought this on this organization for rivalry purpose. So if Trey does succeed, of all fucking teams that you trade him to, bro,
and then if he succeeds to another NFC team, like put him in the AFC.
Honestly, it's low key disrespectful. Like I'm like, so you think I'm that ass? You gonna give me to
That's
the rival?
my point. Like, you gonna give me to a rival? Like, this is one of them disrespect. Like, if Trey comes and spits in this organization's face, I'm not even mad at him, bro. I'm pissed at Cal.
Let's not forget, Trey is only 23.
Only
This
23.
might be a problem for the next 10 years. Like
Easily.
this might be a problem
Easily.
for a minute.
No,
So
And
can you imagine if Trey Lance takes over? Hypothetically, I'm not, if Trey Lance becomes, let's say, a top 5 quarterback in this league, and it's at our expense
it's
because
a
of this.
problem.
You
It's
know
a
what I'm
problem.
saying? Like,
It's a problem.
dog,
Like I said,
y'all
I
don't,
hope he just
boy.
turns into a new Dak.
I'm
Just
gonna tell you who y'all don't want to see right now.
who's that?
Dan.
Nah,
Dan is
I
gonna be
ain't
on
worried
y'all.
about Dan. Dan gonna do what Dan do anyway. So I
Right,
mean,
he gonna do that regardless. He gonna do that
regardless, yeah.
regardless.
So
It's just I know people that are Dallas fans. Like,
that's the
matter of
deep.
fact, my brother-in-law.
See,
When I get back to St. Louis, my brother-in-law is a diehard Dallas fan.
yeah.
I know he can, and then I got uncles up there that's really about to clown because it's both of our teams. Y'all gave up this motherfucker to go over here?
Yeah.
Oh, if he shits on y'all fan base, oh my, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be
Yeah,
wild.
man.
I don't think Kyle Shanahan understands what he just stepped into by doing this situation. He looks at it from
it could be-
you better hope Brock work out or Sam Darnold work out.
or yeah, he has no. There's no.
He has no leverage with me no more.
It's
That's
one of them got to
it.
pan out. Yeah, it's a problem. So
Yeah, one of them got to pan out.
one of them got to
pan
pan out. So
If you do not win this year with the person that you blessed in order to get rid of the farm, nigga, I'm going to lose it. Mark my word, bruh.
I hear you.
There's no fan that can tell me shit after this.
All right.
I might go into that Westbrook mode.
Dan, you gonna Westbrook the Niners?
I might Westbrook the Niners, dog. Dog, I promise you, bro, I will not respect this organization for that.
That's deep.
After what you just gave up for the farm, oh no. Y'all, I'm on sabbatical, G. Y'all haven't. Y'all keep them hard.
I just hope y'all make it past the divisional round.
No.
We gonna this is what I'm gonna do right now. We're gonna take it week by week. Like it's you know how I do it once the season start. We taking it 1 week at a time. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
All right, I know you're saying week by week. I know y'all saying week by week, but
that motherfucker better win it all.
Let's look at the week y'all play the Eagles.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm listening. I just heard some cussing behind me. I'm like,
is
keep your head on the swivel.
Is that gonna be
that's something for their ass?
Is that gonna be a struggle for y'all or?
We'll see.
I mean, that's so far out, man. That's so far out. But it is sandwiched between two Seattle games, so
yeah, we hope that both teams are, got their key players. So we don't know. Yeah.
That's way out there,
13 weeks, bro.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
We'll see. I mean, are we looking forward to it? Obviously. We would love to be there, everybody healthy and look forward to it. But to tell you how that's gonna go now, I couldn't say. So
hey, Brock better do it.
All right, so
we can lose that game.
Outside of Brock, I'm sorry, outside of Trey, because we can't. These were questions pulled up prior to this. So outside of Trey, when it come to you all, what player would you be shocked to see get cut from the team? But you can't use Trey, obviously. And what player would you be surprised that stays on the team for the Niners?
That gets cut. Like, so you're saying a surprise cut, like who might get cut that people wouldn't expect to get cut?
Right, exactly.
I would still go with Isaiah Oliver. Like, I'm still not sold that he makes a team. He was one of the big free agent acquisitions of the offseason. I can still see him not making the team. And a surprise that might make it. I think Graham's gonna make the team, the linebacker. I like him a lot. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if by mid-season he's in the starting lineup. Like he becomes the new Al-Shair. Like that's what I'm thinking with him. So
I think he's the successor of Greenlaw, because we only got him for 2.
Yeah. So that's That's my surprises.
All right, well, what you got?
Surprise. I wouldn't. I don't think I would say it's a surprise cut, but Danny Gray. I don't think Danny Gray
Mm,
gonna make it. A lot of speed, but again, being honest and objective, from all the reports of people that have been there and everything, he has not shown like just true. He hasn't been healthy most of it, and when
yeah,
he has been there, I heard he's had a couple of drops, certain practices, and it's like there hasn't been a next step that he's taken.
Hmm.
So I feel like Chris Conley might take his spot. Um, that might be the one that might be a surprise to make the team.
yeah.
Um, so I look at it from the from that side, from the
Okay.
offensive side.
All right. So, but on the defensive side, like, what are some pros? Now, again, we already know that on defense, we already know that a lot of people that are on that play second string or third string, they probably won't even make the team. But looking at what your second string and third string defensive players have done during the preseason, what are some pros and cons that you can take away from those defensive schemes and or players from your second string defense? Like, what are pros and cons if you have any?
I mean, we I don't think we've seen enough yet, man. Like I don't
Right,
know.
me either.
Wolf's
Yeah,
been
But
very.
well, but I mean, but from what you have seen, like you've seen 3 games.
We've seen two games.
secondary.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, 2. Well, your third game. Well,
it's
we've
in a
seen
few
3.
hours. Yeah, yeah. You've
Yeah.
seen three
Sec,
games. Yeah,
yeah. Secondary, I think we are right. I think we got a good amount of depth this year. Safety as well. I think it's the actual defensive line this year. I don't know if we have that depth like we used to. We had, a mini Hugh, who was another guy that was there? Ebank, uh Ebukam, he was there. So I think those two additions, those were depth piece. Well, one was a starter, but the other one was a depth piece, depending on games or whatever. Those are two big key losses for our defensive line. And I think after the starters, it's a little iffy on how much of the depth that we would normally have still there. That's my personal opinion. I think linebacker, we gonna be straight for a while. I think we gonna be good linebacker wise. Uh, I feel like Jair Brown, who's supposed to come in and you know take over for Gibson. I think he'll be straight there. Um, Hufanga's coming off an All Pro year, so I hope he's still hungry, which I think he is.
yeah.
Um, I feel like our cornerbacks, I think we good there as well. I honestly do. I feel like Ambry Thomas really want to play this year. He took a year off for personal
God, I
reasons.
hope so.
You know what I'm saying? And he might just
God, I hope
actually
you're
be a
right.
gamer. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So
Hmm.
I feel like defensively we're good. I want to know what T.Y. McGill does tonight for our defensive line depth. So that's the main one. It's just our defensive line, in my opinion.
So for those who don't know, this my homeboy Sam. He's a Vikings fan. He's talking about
what up,
Philly in
man?
trouble come 2026. Until then, that got y'all sitting pretty. Whatever, Sam. Whatever. The fact that you're even co-signing the Cowboys when you're a Vikings fan is just unbeknownst to me, man. So yeah, just
Just some
sit
troll
back and
shit.
yeah,
Just some
sit
troll
back and
shit.
hope Kirk Cousins, can make it through the season without, you know, crashing his Econoline van or something. I don't know.
Wow, wow. Tell him how you really feel,
Anyway,
Dennis.
ain't nobody worried about him.
Tell him how you really
Ain't nobody
feel,
worried
man.
about Sam. Same guy that said the Vikings are gonna beat the Eagles with no question. No question. This year. Like, all right, man. You say so. I believe you. I still believe you. All right.
Yeah.
So and one more thing for you guys. Who was it? What position would you say stood out on a positive note from the Niners?
What in the preseason so far, or
Yeah.
just
Yeah. What skill position?
Skill position. As a receiver, Ronnie Bell. Like I think that kind of goes to what Rob was saying earlier. The reason Danny Gray might be expendable.
Oh,
Because Ronnie Bell, like he might be some okay on that receiver tip. He
Hope he
definitely showed
changed his
more in the
number.
preseason than Danny Gray. Yeah, I hope he get rid of that 10, please.
They
Than
burned
Danny
that
Gray
shit.
showed last preseason. But he can't return kicks for us though. Yeah, Ronnie Bell can't return kicks for shit. But as a receiver, man, he might be onto something. So
okay.
skill wise, I think he's something to look out to. I hope this is what I also hope, man. Like Kyle has this thing where with young players, man, like he don't play them. Like it's rare that young players play, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, the fact that Elijah Mitchell even got to play like he did last year or the year before, I'm sorry, before he got hurt was like surprising. Because Kyle just he don't play the young players on offense. So if Ronnie Bell get a chance to get out there, hopefully he can do some work. I'd be excited to see him, even though he went to Michigan.
Mm. my boy Paul at work. He's diehard Michigan, bro. Love him to death.
I
So
hate
shout
Michigan.
out to Paul down and shout out to Metcalf too. Shout out to Metcalf to go.
There you go.
Wow. But all right, man. So look, that's gonna be my time. I like to go just over an hour. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But for those who are out there, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, man. Get notified when we go live, and feel free to submit your comments and concerns and questions to us, and we'll be more than happy to fulfill your questions. So with that being said, I want to say thanks to Wise, thanks to Rob for showing up. I
No
appreciate it.
doubt. No doubt,
I'll
boss.
highlight y'all later. Peace.
Later. I'm gone.
Fellow on the beat.